Overseas, ISIS is losing badly on two fronts. Iraq's army may be just days from retaking all of Mosul. And in Syria, U.S.-backed forces have moved into Raqqa, which ISIS considers its capital. Holly Williams is the first network correspondent to report from inside Raqqa City.
We walked into Raqqa, for 3 years an ISIS stronghold, now pummeled by US airstrikes and nearly surrounded by America's allies on the ground. A ragtag army known as the Syrian Democratic Forces. The extremists are losing territory quickly, sometimes leaving their weapons behind. Under ISIS control, Raqqa became infamous for depraved acts of violence. American journalists were beheaded nearby. This child was captured holding a severed head. And even now that Raqqa's under siege, ISIS is still deadly. When part of our team moved forward, they were spotted by an ISIS sniper. Our producer, Omar Abdul Qadir, had no choice but to make a run for cover.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Well done.
They were safe, but pinned down behind a concrete wall.
It's either the armoured car or darkness before we move.
We can't move from street to street because of their snipers, said Zana Kabani, who told us he's been fighting ISIS for 4 years. And then came word there was a suspected ISIS suicide car bomber nearby. 400 yards away, these fighters told us they'd lost 5 soldiers to one of the bombs the day before.
They're worried that a suicide car bomber is coming towards the point where we were just sitting. So they've asked us to move over here to take cover.
It turned out to be a false alarm, and minutes later this homemade armoured car arrived, known as the Scorpion. It drew another barrage of ISIS gunfire before ferrying our team to safety. Even faced with inevitable defeat, ISIS showed us they're determined to wreak more death in this shattered city. What we did not see in Raqqa were the areas still under ISIS control. That's most of the city, Anthony, and an estimated 2,500 ISIS fighters, as well as tens of thousands of civilians.
Holly Williams with some extraordinary reporting. Thanks, Holly.